What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sticks, and I'm back with a reaction video. Hey, check this out. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, be a real one. Hit that like button. You want to be a part of the come up? Hit that subscribe button. On this channel, I take all the craziest videos off the internet and react to them. Now for this video, I got the most disturbing things to be caught on doorbell camera. And I like reacting to these type of videos because it's no secret the world we're living in is almost unrecognizable. Just yesterday, the shooting happened in Texas. And I couldn't imagine something like that. But hopefully, by you guys watching my videos and watching what I have to say about it, it'll keep you more alert of situations that can happen. And every time one of these situations happen, the people always say it happened in a split second, because that's how it goes down. You need to have your head on swivel at all times. At all times. We're living in some desperate times, and that calls for desperate situations. My advice to you would be get armed and protect you and your family, because you never know. The people that this happened to, they always say, I never thought that would happen to me. I never thought that would happen to me. But guess what? It does. And you need to be ready for any situation. Let's check it out.
This first doorbell camera footage was taken in broad daylight. A man in at least his 20s is seen selling candy door to door. The homeowner with the camera would open the door for the man. She would then proceed to make...
Hold on. First red flag. A man in his 20s selling candy door to door. Not children, but basically a grown man selling candy. That to me right there doesn't seem right. Now, I never watch these videos before I react to them, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. But this most certainly is a red flag. Let's go.
a purchase, with the actual transaction itself being shown. But shortly after, 3 more men revealed themselves.
Yep.
They were armed and took advantage of the open door by robbing the woman in her own home. The whole operation.
So he was there to get the door open. And then 3 masked men run in, right? That's how quick it can happen. She was actually buying candy, trying to be a good citizen for her community. And this is the price. Let's go.
Operation was a setup, with the man selling the candy being in on it. From the start, the intention was to gain the homeowner's trust to get her to open her front door so that they could rob her at gunpoint. The men swiped some of her belongings and later rushed off. A few minutes before this footage was taken, a nearby house's doorbell camera would capture the same man, again seemingly attempting to sell candy. Although, being suspicious, this homeowner wouldn't open the door. Directly after this encounter, the man is shown going up to the house across the street to make another attempt. But this homeowner would also not open the door. The men involved were never caught by...
That's 2 neighbors right there that didn't open their door for this man. Because they're aware that something's not right. A flag on the field. Penalty. You gotta stay alert. You see something out of place, automatically assume it's no good. Don't find out the hard way. Luckily, they didn't kill that lady, they just robbed her. But this is how it goes.
Police. This footage was captured on the night of March 7th, 2019. Shown is a man stepping on a house's front porch and emptying an entire yellow fuel container just in front of the door. The man then attempts to light the fuel using a small lighter.
This guy he's just straight crazy. He's dumping fuel all over their door and then trying to light it with a lighter. Now you know that's splashing all over his legs, his feet, and everything. What in the hell is this guy thinking? Let's go. Hopefully he catches himself on fire here.
After failing to catch the fuel on fire, the man gives up and just walks away. As it turns out, he had mistakenly used diesel fuel rather than regular gasoline. And while gasoline is extremely flammable, diesel fuel is much less so. Had the man used gasoline, and he would have no doubt started the house, along with himself, on fire. In the house at the time was a mother and her 2 children. When the mother saw the footage, she would call the police, who would later identify and arrest the man in his house just across the street. The woman claimed she didn't know.
Arrested just across the street. So it's her neighbor? And she had 2 young kids in there? Man, what is with people and wanting to hurt innocent people? I can't wrap my head around that. If you have a personal problem with somebody, deal with that person. Why are you trying to hurt random people and random children? Come on.
With the man, and had no idea why he would want to harm her and her family. When questioned why he did it, the man claimed he had seen a ghost and was trying to get rid of it, suggesting he was most likely under the influence of something. He was later charged with attempted homicide and arson.
He tried to catch their house on fire because he saw a ghost and was trying to get rid of it. People need to stay off the drugs. The drugs are way too strong out here nowadays. This man is completely crazy. If there was a ghost, do you really think you're going to kill something that's already dead? Let's go.
On February 2, 2022, a contractor in Houston was working in a townhome. At around 6 p.m., the contractor claimed an unknown man that was armed and wearing a mask suddenly appeared inside the townhome with him. The unknown man proceeded to force the contractor into a bathroom, where he then tied him up by bounding his feet and hands. Afterwards, he rummaged through the townhome.
You see the little security system sign right there? The home security system? People don't care about that. And obviously, this man got into his townhome pretty easy somehow and forced him into a bathroom. Probably the doors are unlocked or whatever. I'm bad for that. When I come in my house, I lock my door right behind me. And I have 2 dogs. So if you get through my door and you get past my dogs, I'm going to be waiting with a big surprise for you. A big surprise. That's the way it should be. And if you can't have a dog or something where you're at, set some type of alarm on your windows, your doors, whatever, to give you just that little split second to get what you need to get to prepare for this. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go.
For over an hour, all the while listening to a police scanner to verify the police weren't on their way. And this footage captured exactly that.
Two things. I don't agree with what this guy's doing. You need to work for your shit. But here's the thing. 1, he was wearing a mask. Smart. 2, he had a police scanner on him, so he could listen if the police were coming. 3, he's doing it by himself. You never commit a crime with anybody else, because there's nobody to testify on you. And that's what will happen. 2 best friends grew up together. They get caught doing a crime. It's a 90% chance one of them guys will flip on the other guy to get less time. That's how it goes. Everybody's a gangster until they're standing in front of that judge facing years. Then you're no longer friends. Then it's, where do I sign? Think about that. Let's go.
After taking multiple items belonging to the homeowners, who were out of town at the time, the man found the contractor's keys and drove off with his truck that now contained everything that he had stolen. The man was never found by police. However, the stolen truck was. It was found 2 days later, unoccupied in a nearby restaurant parking lot. But ever since, nothing else has been found. This doorbell footage was recorded in the early morning hours of July 26th, 2019. While it's not visible in the footage itself, the house just next to the one with the camera had been completely set on fire. And because of how close the houses were, this made the house with the camera at risk of also being set on fire. Shown in the video are some of the other neighbors desperately trying to warn the homeowners of the threat.
Hey guys, yeah, if their house is on fire.
I know, I'm knocking on the door. There's nobody answering.
They're trying to warn the neighbors that the other neighbor's house is on fire. That's good neighbors. There are some really good people out here doing the right things. But the issue is, it's hard to tell the difference between somebody doing the right thing and somebody with bad intentions. Remember that. But here, it seemed like they're doing a good deed for their neighbor. Let's go.
The house next door to you is on fire! Your house is almost on fire!
Okay, thank you.
Fortunately, the loud banging was enough to alert the homeowners to the situation. From there, they would get all the children out of the house as quick as possible. They were then brought to one of the neighbors' houses across the street, far enough away from the fire.
I gotta go ahead and give them neighbors a salute for doing the right thing. She had kids in there and everything, and her house could have went up too. They woke her up in the middle of the night just to make sure they wasn't harmed.
But other than some damage to the trees and part of the garage, the house with the doorbell camera was ultimately left untouched. This footage captured an unknown man walking up to the front door of this house. Right away, he leans against the door and tries to open it. He doesn't even knock, but the doorbell camera alerts the homeowner of motion being detected, so the homeowner still gets up to see who it is. Before asking any questions, the homeowner opens the door to see what the man wants. Then, without any hesitation, the man steps inside the house. Naturally, the homeowner saw this as a red flag, and shortly after tells the man he needs to leave. But he didn't listen.
An unknown man, and as soon as he opened the door, he shot right into that door. You seen that? Like, one, I don't like that they have a glass front door. Way too easy for somebody that's on drugs or whatever their situation is, mental illness, whatever. We can only assume that glass door is not too safe. The cameras, okay, that's a good idea. But make sure, if you open that door to somebody you don't know, you have something on you just in case.
And forcing the homeowner to have to physically push him out of the house.
Right in.
Good. You need to leave. Okay. Out there. What?
What's the stairs here?
Come on, where are you going?
What's the stairs here?
Goodbye, Q.
Oh! Yup, either drugs or mental illness or something. The guy slung him out of the house and he punched that glass door. Good thing that glass wasn't weak or anything like that, but it looked like the guy pushing him out the door was pretty big. Good thing this suspect, though, didn't walk in and just pull up the strap and say, everybody on the ground. Because if that's the case, then what are you going to do? Then he could tie you up, rob you, and do whatever he wants. Do whatever he wants to you. Imagine that. Imagine if somebody comes in your house, you have no way of defending yourself, and they slap your kids around and punch your wife, tie you up, and there's nothing you can do but watch. This is 2022, guys. We got to start protecting ourselves. Times are getting crazy.
As the door is being closed on him, the man forcefully punches the glass on the door. But fortunately, the homeowner was still able to close and lock in. The man then continues to stand at the door, trying the door handle, before the video ends. What this man had actually planned is unknown. This video was taken on the night of August 10th, 2021. A woman is seen returning home from work. She unlocks her door and walks in. But before she can close it again, a man that was armed enters her home just behind her. Shortly after, another man can be seen. The two would
Now right there, it probably wouldn't have mattered if she would have had a weapon or not. They got the drop on her. Okay, so what that's about is just being aware of your surroundings. Keeping an eye on everything that's going on. As soon as you step out of your car and you're headed towards your house, it's dark. You're by yourself. Just take a second. Put the phone down. Take a second. Look around. Does anything seem out of place? Any weird cars? Any weird people anywhere? Then proceed to go into your house. She probably never seen it coming, but they had to drop on her before she knew it. And in that situation, there's not a whole lot you're going to do.
man the keys to the woman's car, and after she gave it to them, they would run back outside to where her car was parked, where they would then drive off within.
Como pra fora. Oh, don't move. No, sir, don't.
Two of them. No mask, no nothing. These guys just don't really even care. The only good thing, you can get a new car. You can't get a new life. You got to remember that. Don't try to fight them for the keys. They just want your car. Here you go. Take that piece of junk and get out of my face. Because your car, it's not worth your life. She did the right thing. She did the right thing.
Police were immediately called, and only a couple hours later, they would find the stolen vehicle at a stoplight. They attempted a traffic stop, but the vehicle fled. The high rate of speed and rainy conditions that night made following it almost impossible, so police had to give up. The vehicle is yet to be found, but the two involved in the theft would be found only 2 days later. The one that confronted the woman was charged with home invasion, armed robbery, and motor vehicle theft.
So the cops actually got behind him at a stoplight, but due to the rain and stuff, they wasn't able to really chase him. They got away. But I was wrong. The first guy was wearing a mask. The second guy wasn't. So the second guy was easy to identify. And then he probably told him exactly who that guy was with the gun in the mask. I guarantee it. I don't have to see the court record to know. This happens time and time again. They catch the guy with no mask and say, look, I'm giving you 10 years, but I could give you 5 if you tell us who was with you. Who was the man with the gun? oh man, that was my best friend I grew up with, you know, blah, 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 right here. And okay, sign this piece of paper. Let's go.
This happened in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the middle of the night, and this was captured on one homeowner's doorbell camera. A man armed with an actual sword, a hammer, and an axe walks up to the front porch. He then proceeds to steal multiple items outside of the house.
This man walks up with a sword, a hammer, and an axe and proceeds to steal stuff outside the house, right? Okay, now, you don't want to leave your house and go looking for trouble. In this situation, just call the cops, because this guy could have a serious mental illness. But you got him on camera. But if he tries to get into your house, as long as you got the blur on you, he's not making it far. He has a sword, right? But he's no ninja. He will not be able to stop a bullet. Do you understand that, right? I don't care if you're a female, a guy, go take some gun classes, get your concealed carry license, whatever you have to do. If you're a felon, you already know what you have to do. It's too risky out here to not have it on you. It's too risky. You rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Let's go.
At one point, a car drives by, but the man completely ignores it. After a while, he walks off with his bag filled with stolen items, the sword still being held under his arm. While at work, a man in Florida would receive a message on his phone saying someone rang his doorbell. When he checked the live feed, this is what he saw. A man wearing a hat, sunglasses, and bandana is standing at the front door. And disturbingly,
Sorry about that little interruption. Let's go.
the doorbell's audio system would ask the man to leave a message for the homeowner. And he does. He claims he lost his dog and wants to look in the homeowner's backyard for it.
So he walks up looking like a gangster with the rag on his face and everything, saying, I lost my dog. Can I check your backyard? I really hope people don't fall for this type of shit. Even if you want to be a good citizen or whatever the situation is, tell him through the door or whatever, man, there ain't no dog around here. You got a couple seconds, I'm calling the law. Straight up, you have to.
Answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Hey, just wondering if you guys saw a lost puppy. He's a pit bull. Blue nose. I believe he came in your yard, but I don't want to look without your permission.
Hey, you at the wrong house, dog.
Alright.
After the homeowner came on the speaker and confronted the man, he quickly left with no questions asked. As it turns out, this wasn't the only house he did this to. Police would state that they had gotten multiple calls with the same description of the man and the exact same story. The man was most likely trying to get homeowners to open their door, where he could then threaten them with his gun, and from there do who knows what. In this specific case, he most likely didn't realize the doorbell camera could see his firearm from where he was standing, which explains why he would be holding it out in the open by his side. Police weren't able to identify the man because of everything he had covering his face. Therefore, he has yet to be caught.
Yeah, I'm looking for my pit bull puppy. I just have my gun right here and a mask on my face. Don't worry about that. Is there any way I could check your backyard? Or maybe he ran into your house. Maybe I check your house. Man, these people are just desperate out here. They're just desperate. I mean, look, that's pretty much the end of the video. I really do appreciate to anybody that subscribes to my channel. I'll be bringing you a lot more videos. And if you happen to see a video that you like, you want me to react to, let me know. We could work it out. But look, till next time, hold your head, stay out of lockup.